Hi there, this is Tony Gaddis, author of Starting Out with Java. In this video, we're going to talk about constructors. Now, a constructor is a method that initializes an object's fields with values when the object is created in memory. Before we look at an example of a constructor, let's look once more at the bank account class that we created in the previous video. Here's the bank account class, and you'll recall that the bank account class has a balance field. We use this to hold the account balance. It has a deposit method that accepts an argument, and we deposit that amount into the bank account. We add it to balance. It has a withdraw method that accepts an argument which is subtracted from the account balance, so it's used to withdraw a value from the account. And then we have a get balance method that simply returns the value of the balance field. We demonstrated the bank account class in this program. Here in this statement, we create a new bank account object, and the address of that object is returned, and it is assigned to the account variable. So the account variable is used to reference the bank account object. Then we demonstrated how to call the methods. Here we deposited $500 into the account. Here we displayed the account balance. Then we withdrew $300, and once again we displayed the account balance. Okay, so that's that program, and that's the bank account class. Now, when we create an instance of the bank account class, like we do in this statement here, let's switch back over to the bank account class. You'll notice that the balance field is left uninitialized. We haven't provided any initialization value here. In Java, when we have an uninitialized class field, it's always initialized with the value 0 if it's a numeric data type. So in this case, balance will automatically be set to 0 when a bank account object is created. So here, when we create the bank account object, the balance is set to 0. Then here we're adding $500, so the balance is $500. We're subtracting $300. That makes the balance $200. Well, when you go into a bank and you open a new bank account, it's customary that you provide a starting balance. You don't usually just say, I want to open an account, but I don't want to put any money in the account. I don't think a bank will even let you do that. So you provide some starting balance. It would be nice in our bank account class if we had some way of simulating that. If we had some way of creating, when we create the bank account object, we provide the starting balance. And we can do that with a constructor. So let's switch back over here to the bank account class. Now, a constructor is a method that is written in a class, and the constructor executes automatically when an instance of the class is created. And you can pass arguments to a constructor. So what we need to do in this class is write a constructor that accepts an argument that is the starting balance for the bank account, and then we will assign that value to the balance field. So let's do that. Now, a constructor is a method that has the same name as the class. Since this class is named bank account, we want to write a method named bank account. And let me point out that there is no return type. When you're writing a constructor, you do not provide a return type. You don't even write void. And the reason is that constructors cannot return values. They simply execute when an object is created in memory, and there is no mechanism for returning a value back from a constructor, so we do not provide a return value. We don't even write void. Okay, so that's the beginning of the method. We want to have a parameter variable because we're going to accept a value for the starting balance, and we might as well call the parameter amount. That's what we've done in these other methods. And inside the constructor, we simply want to assign amount to balance. Okay, so there's the constructor, and let's just look this over one more time, make sure we understand what's happening. Okay, the class is named bank account, so the constructor is also named bank account, and it has a parameter named amount. So when we create an instance of the class, we're going to pass an argument to the constructor, and that argument is going to be assigned to the balance field. Okay, so the balance field will start with whatever value we pass to the constructor. Now at this point it's a good idea to compile the class just to make sure that we don't have any syntax errors, and it compiles successfully. Now that we have provided a constructor for this class, over in the account demo program, when we create an instance of the class, we are now required to pass an argument. So we're going to pass 1000 as the argument to the constructor. We simply, any arguments that are passed to the constructor are written here inside the parentheses that appear after the name of the class. So 1000 would be passed into the constructor. Now let's modify this program just a bit. I'm going to copy these lines that display the account balance, and I'm going to paste them here so that now when we run this program, we create a bank account object, and we reference it with the account variable, and we pass 1000 to the constructor. Then we display the balance, and we call account.getBalance. So what do you think we will see when we run this? We'll see 1000. Then we add $500. We deposit $500 to the account, and we display the balance. So there we should see 1500. Then we withdraw 300 from the account, and we display the balance, and we should see 1200. So when we run this program, we should see 1000, 1500, and 1200. So let's compile and let's run, and that's exactly what we get. The starting balance was 1000. We passed that to the constructor. Then we deposited $500, so that gives us 1500. Then we withdrew 300, and that gives us 1200.